case settled for less. Now, you only have a small window of time to settle, so act now.
Here's important news for all Medicare beneficiaries with diabetes. These new alternate site no-code meters make testing easy with no fingerprint.
Chapter Rhyme, Big Chat, 1624 Records. Yeah, this is 2016, you know, and ain't nothing changed. God's word is still the same, you know what I mean? Because Matthew 16:24 says, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Because this is God's house. Yeah.
This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. I'm looking all around, scoping, lying low to the ground, hoping. Come on, step inside, sit back and let me drive. I say things that make you always wonder while I rob you and put you asunder. I'm after your assets, not your jewels, but gold your soul, you stupid fool. Forget that junk you heard. Here's the deal, so spread the word. I was put in hell cause I wasn't smart. Now I'm bound to the pit with the blackest heart. Like you make your sin or break the 10. You're coming with me in the end. Any form of sin or any crime, in a blink I got you your mind. So rob and cheat, steal and kill, just let me have my way. Backstab your friends to the end, who says it doesn't pay? Forbidden fruit for the ear, the eyes to bite down, listen and look. Cause that's the flavor, I save a neighbor, bring it back, come again with the hook. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. That's that thug, your hellion, crawling on his belly, and my sheep noble voices still. When the enemy rages you, chill. I fight my battles, no foes. I protect you, no woes. Like the time your boss left you in the office alone with an open vault. Cause you'll take the blame for his foul game, cause they'll say it's all your fault. No one's around, no one will know. A quick snatching out the door. But God talk, your boss got caught cause what he didn't know. Cause the hidden camera, storm still, now off to jail you go. It's God's house, yes, God's house, you hear? It's God's house, yes, God's house, to be clear. From Genesis, I'm all in it, and through Revelations, we win it. It's God's house, he runs it, no fake it, mistake it. Can't see he, touch he, no names above he. Can't fade he, can't play he, on top of that, he made me. Can't run it, can't blunt it, claim you don't want it. Hide behind walls of lies, can't front it. Hide behind walls of lies, can't front it. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. Beware of the man with a high-power rifle squatting in the tower. Beware of your foes on the down low, waiting every hour. Beware of the soap you dropped in the tub while singing in the shower. Beware of the devil because he's seeking who he may devour. The enemy's on the rise. The enemy wants you to break. The enemy's in disguise. The enemy wants your cake. He's out to get you with tricks. He's out to get you with scams. He's out to hit you with bricks. He's out to hit you, yes man. So keep it up, young man, young girl. Keep your heads real high. Say keep it up in this world. Keep your head up to the sky. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house. This is whose house? God's house. Whose house? God's house.
Oh man, didn't even get to do it first. Shucks. Track's still hot though. God's house.